So I had a client that contacted me and they asked me a question, and the question was on the topic of exemption. So I decided to go ahead and address that for the collective. Should you file exempt all year long? Absolutely not. You should always pay all of your taxes, but some people tend to file exempt all year long. Generally, these people are people that have dependents under the age of 16 years old. And what happens is when they file exempt, when they go to file their return, basically their whole return consists of the earned income credit, because there really isn't anything else for them to be given back because they haven't paid in taxes for their refund to be increased. So the people that file exempt all year long, if they have one dependent, now I'm using one dependent as an example. If they have one dependent, then we're talking about individuals that will get anywhere from $3,000, like maybe $3,500 to $4,000 back on their taxes, versus someone who paid their taxes. And there's levels to paying your taxes. Like, those exemptions count, versus somebody that had like one exemption all year long for their federal taxes or zero. They can get anywhere from $5,000 even to $6,000 back with one dependent. So that's really the difference between the two. So some people try to do it half and half, where they will go exempt for half of the year and then they'll pay their taxes for half of the year. And, you know, sometimes it just really depends on how much taxes they pay. Yes, they're going to set themselves up to be able to get some extra money back during income tax season because they did pay some taxes, but in the same instance, you didn't pay all of your taxes, so it's not really going to quite balance out. Okay? And then you have your people that may file exempt 3 to 4 months out of the year. I see a lot of clients that do this. They'll usually, and generally it's because they need the extra funds. So they'll pay their full taxes for about 8 months. And then that last 4 months of the year, they either do the last 4 or I've seen them do the first 4. The last 4 months or the first 4 months, they'll go exempt because they feel like they need that extra money in their paycheck. It could be for expenses. It could be because they are getting ready to move. The clients that I have that choose that option for the latter part of the year, they do it because it gives them extra income around holiday time for them to be able to utilize towards purchasing Christmas gifts and things of that nature. So, you know, once again, are you penalized for filing exempt? No, you are not. But, you know, depending on what tax bracket you're in, depending on how long you file exempt, you know, it could put you in the position, especially if you have no dependents, where you're going to owe the IRS. Or it can also put you in a position to where your refund is decreased because of the amount of taxes that you did not pay throughout the year. So just to answer that question, I know in October is usually when my clients start coming to find me and figure out where I am. And so just putting that information out there for anybody who had those questions about filing exempt. And when we talk about filing exempt, we're talking about your federal taxes, and we're also talking about your state taxes as well. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.